Welcome back, children. So in our last class we did about static friction, sliding friction and rolling friction, and also we represented them in a graph. Today we'll do about fluid friction. Now all those kinds of friction which I have stated earlier, they are involved on solid ground or on a solid surface. But fluid friction, the name tells you. Now what is a fluid? Any substance which can flow. And what can flow? Air and water, you will say. So that means whenever an object moves on the surface of water or in water as well as in air, it has to oppose frictional force, due to which its speed gets decreased. So the frictional force offered by air or water when an object moves through it is called as fluid friction. Now there are various ways to avoid or to decrease this frictional force. Now question is, why should frictional force be decreased? For three definite reasons, which are called as the disadvantages of friction. What are the disadvantages? First of all, the disadvantage of friction is it causes wearing and tearing of a surface. It causes wear and tear of parts of machine. It causes wear and tear of the sole of your shoe. You must have observed that when you wear a new shoe, what is the thickness of the sole? And after 6 months, what happens to the thickness? It becomes half. Why it has happened? That is because whenever you have walked by wearing the shoe, there is constant friction between the sole of the shoe and the ground, which has reduced the thickness. There was withering. There was weathering of the surface of shoe, due to which its thickness reduced. So it causes wear and tear. Same thing happens in case of machine parts. There is wearing and tearing of machine parts. As a result, the machine part starts functioning abnormally. Sound is produced and then it has to be replaced with a new part. Clear? Second, friction produces unnecessary heat. Clear? It produces unnecessary heat, so energy is lost unnecessarily. You simply rub your palms, you will find it will become hot. Means what? Due to friction between the palms, heat is generated. So that means your energy is being lost unnecessarily. Clear? And third, friction results in decreasing the speed. Whenever there is friction, there will be, I told you also, it will always result in decreasing the speed. So these are the three main reasons why friction is disadvantageous, or you can say the other demerits of friction. First is it causes wear and tear of machine parts. Second is it causes loss of energy in the form of heat. And third, it decreases the speed of the object or body, whichever is moving. Now let us come back to this fluid friction. Fluid friction also occurs whenever an object moves through water or in air. So to reduce it, now we come to how we can reduce the various frictional force. Now first, we do ways of reducing friction. First is by applying grease or oil. Right? That is, you can say, by using a lubricant. Grease or oil, they are used as lubricant, right? So by using lubricant, you can reduce the friction. You must have seen that between various machine parts, grease is added. This acts as a lubricant. It smoothens the surface. Clear? Second, by using talcum powder. Now, many of you have the habit of playing carom board. So those who are playing carom board, you know, sometimes you are adding a powder on the surface of carom board. Now, why it is done? So the surface becomes smooth. This powder has tiny, very fine particles which enters the depressions present on the surface of the board. And when those depressions are filled, the surface appears smooth, the surface becomes smooth. So the coins can move freely and easily on the surface of carom board. So by adding talcum powder. Number 3, by using soap solution. Now at home you must have seen that when your mother is trying hard to pull off the bangles of her hand, she is using some soap solution on her hand. And now this makes her easy to pull off the bangles from her hand. So by using soap solution, friction can be reduced. Number 4, by using wheels. By using wheels, we can reduce the friction. Now, you must have seen that the suitcases have wheels at its bottom. Now, why so? If the wheels are not there, what you have to do? You will have to pull it from the ground and then you have to carry it, which is quite difficult, and you have to change your hand after going a certain distance because it is very heavy. So, and neither you can slide it because then the suitcase will be damaged. So for this reason, wheels has been added to the sides of at the ends of the suitcase. So one side can be easily pulled, it will get lifted, and the other end, wheels are there, you can easily pull it along the road or along the path, along the railway platform, and you can easily carry your suitcase without holding it from the ground. Means you can easily roll them off. So here what is happening? You are actually converting rollers into rolling friction. From sliding friction, you are converting it into rolling friction. Right? Next is by using ball bearing. Now those who are riding bicycle, you must have seen that inside the handle, where the handle moves over the frame, small steel balls are there. These balls move and they are present between the movement of the handle and the frame. So these are ball bearings. Such type of ball bearings of various shape and size are present in all moving part. Even inside the fan there is a ball bearing. There we will find that two circular rings are there this way, and inside this balls are there in this way. So these are the ball bearings which are present between moving parts. It helps in reducing friction. And last one is streamlining. Right? So today let it remain up to here. Tomorrow I'll continue with streamlining. Thank you.